Hi guys, today I have a makeup tutorial. This is the same look that I was wearing in my weekly makeup basket. I just tweaked it a little bit because initially when I did the makeup look, I wanted a little bit more smokiness here at the top. Like I wanted the line to be, my liner to be a little bit diffused and a little bit more smoky. And then I also brought it a little bit further down this way, but it's just still the same concept. I'm still using the same products basically. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. I'm getting ready and I was thinking of doing the same makeup look that I had on my weekly makeup basket. Somebody asked me to do a video on it, so I thought today would be perfect. I already have my foundation on and I put on the Peter Thomas Roth CC cream. I mixed these two shades right here for the entire face, and then also put in the darker shade in the hollows of my cheeks and my forehead to bronze up. Just thought that I could get better use out of it because it's too dark on its own for me. And then I grabbed the lightest shade and used that as a highlighter. I know my under eyes look super highlighted, but oh my gosh, I have been mixing these two powders and I love them. Oh my gosh. From the NYX contour kit, I normally would apply just the banana powder, but I find that mixing these two right here, I just love them. And this powder right here reminds me of the Reserve Your Cabana from Wet n Wild. It has that same finish, and although on its own it's maybe a little bit too it has too much of a sheen on me, mixing it in with the banana powder, I love the way that it looks. I don't bring it all the way down here because I have larger pores, but anyways. And then I put my Fit Me concealer basically between my brows and then down here at the bottom of my chin. Now on the eyes, I have the soft ochre paint pot already on, and then I set that in with the Infallible shadow. This is in Endless Pearl from L'Oreal, and I have found a brush that works really well with this shadow. It doesn't apply quite as patchy or chalky, and it is the Real Techniques domed shadow brush. It's a little bit more dense than some of the other brushes that I was using. They were a little bit on the fluffy side, and it just blends it out perfectly. I'm then going to go in with the Sweet as Candy shadow, this one right over here, and I'm just gonna start it off right here at the center. Just lightly dust it. I don't want too much of this. And the Infallible shadow in Endless Pearl I applied all the way to my brow. So I'm just gonna blend this out, pretty much bring it all the way up here and then very close to my brow. And I just make sure to stay away from majority of my lid. Then I'm gonna bring in this shadow right here. This is part of the Petal Pushers Wet n Wild palette. This one right over here, I'm just gonna use the same brush and pick some of that up. This one also has a sheen, and I'm just going to lightly dust it above here, just because I want to tie in some of that purple shade because we're applying that purpley chubby pencil at the bottom. And I'm applying it at the top of that initial shadow that we applied earlier. And I forgot to mention, this is a Morphe brush and it is the B38. And then to blend all of that out, I'm grabbing a much larger fluffy brush. This is from MAC and it's the 224, and it is a clean brush, and I'm just going to just blend out to diffuse some of that purple because I don't want it to be too strong. Then I'm going to grab this shadow once again from the Sweet as Candy palette, and I'm going to apply that into my lower lash line. And I'm trying to find my pencil brush. Oh, pencil brush, where are you? I couldn't find my pencil brush, so I grabbed this one right here, which is a Coastal Scents brush, the BRC S06. And just tap off a lot of that. I found that this step is unnecessary, but this is exactly what I did that day, and then that's when I decided to apply that chubby pencil. And then grabbing just a liquid liner. This one is from Maybelline and it's the Master Precise. And I'm just gonna start outlining. And I'm going to just slightly fill it in. This is not gonna matter too much in the end because I am gonna go over it with a an eyeliner because I want it to be a little bit more smudgy, but I do want to have some kind of outline for it. I'm then gonna fill it in with this lip eyeliner from Sephora. It's just a navy blue liner that has a little bit of shimmer. The finish is not what's important to me. I just need something a little bit creamy because I am gonna smudge a little bit of this out, so I just need a little bit of that creaminess over top of it. And now the tip broke. I'm then gonna grab this shadow right over here, and I'm gonna use that to set this liner. I'm just gonna initially just set it. Just gonna start blending the edges of the liner because I want them to be just a tad bit more soft. Not quite as harsh. And then going in with this chubby pencil from Wet n Wild. This is the Idol Eyes, and this color is called Techno, which is so pretty. Unfortunately, it doesn't really stay in my waterline very well. I'm still gonna apply it. And I also bring it pretty far down. And pretty much all the way in. I'm then grabbing this shadow yet again, and I'm just going to use this to set the base of the liner because I don't want to lose too much of the color from the Wet n Wild chubby pencil. Then I'm going to grab this shadow right here, and this is a little bit, just a smidge darker, and I just want this one closest to the lash line but further out in this outer corner. I want the outer part to be just a tad bit darker. And then I'm going to apply my Wet n Wild Creme Brulee, and this is going to go up underneath my brow, just a smidge. I don't need too much. And then go back in with this brush right here, and I'm just going to diffuse it. Now that I have majority of the eyes done, I'm going to move on to the face, and I'm going to apply my MAC MSF powder, and this is in medium tan. And just to set the rest of my face. And at the same time, just dust a little bit of the under powder, or the powder underneath my eyes away. I'm also applying this Bella Sand shadow from Milani, and this is a shimmer shadow. It's really pretty, and I had already started applying when my kid came in, so I'm just gonna apply it again just to show you guys. It's really pretty, and I'm just gonna blend it down this way. I need to still put on my bronzer. I forgot about that. I'm also going to apply a little bit of this highlight shade from the NYX palette and just keep it right here. For bronzer, I'm going to grab this shade right over here from the NYX palette. And for blush, I'll use this one. I haven't used this one before. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Rose Champagne. That sounds really pretty. And I'm just gonna, seems to have some kind of a shimmer. What fell? Woo! For mascara, I'm going to use my Clump Crusher, and I'll just skip on this. I'll be right back. On the lips, I'm going to apply NYX Natural. So I don't know if I recorded this part. I can't remember. I was talking and then I realized it wasn't on. So I can't remember. But anyways, I put on Warm Me Up first. And then in the center of my lips, I put Galactic's Naked. I also applied some mascara to my bottom lashes. And that is the final look. Let me bring you guys in a little closer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.